Thank you, Jochen. It's a big pleasure to present today here at the forum. So, what is OTI Green Tech all about? In over 30 years in the oil sand industry, I haven't seen a product with the same recovery capabilities as your products. That's a quote of a director of a large major oil company in Canada, and we got similar reactions from the German Cleantech Institute. We got awarded as a Cleantech driver in waste management for the second time last year and this year for having game-changing potential for the waste management industry when it comes to oil-related pollutions or waste streams. And another part is our products in tanker and tank cleaning. So our product has been proved as best in class for the cleaning of zinc-coated oil and chemical tankers by the L&I Maritime Institute in the UK. So I think in general, environmental issues and economic development increasingly intersect and complement each other. And we heard a lot about circular economies today. So what are the milestones OTI was able to achieve in the last 12 months? A big milestone for us was the approval by the IMO, the International Maritime Organization. It's a subsidiary of the United Nations who is regulating safety and product standards for the shipping industry worldwide. So we got 3 products approved for that market, and independent report shows best-in-class performance on cleaning tankers. In the last 6 months, 2 of the 10 leading tanking cleaning companies in the world, or shipping companies, Maersk and Waterfront, have used our products, and we're growing in this sector quite heavily. We signed distribution agreements in the last 12 months with large market players like Brentech, which is the largest chemical distributor in the world, 10 billion in sales. They are available in 70 countries in the world. With Uniservice, which is the 3rd largest distributor of chemical and safety goods for the shipping industry. So distribution of our products on a global basis is a very important factor for us. We signed a letter of intent with the European utility company for the industrial cleaning and sludge treatment in their power plants. We have a major project in Russia right now with Rosneft for the cleaning of large areas of oil-contaminated soil in Siberia. And a very important step was in June, where we got first time a written report by one of the largest laboratories in Canada, Agate Lab, which clearly demonstrated that our product is recovering 8 to 12% more oil out of oil sands than the current benchmark technologies used in the market. At the same time, it reduces the viscosity of the oil and increases the API, so the oil gets more liquid, which is important for further processing of the oil. And for me, most importantly, we had no impact on the water quality because all our products are non-toxic, environmental friendly, and biodegradable. So the environment we're in, and I see mainly 2 mega trends right now which are supporting our business model in the future. So the one is clearly Deepwater Horizon, sustainability and the consequences. And it was the first time in 2010 that the whole world was watching a mega oil spill. 24 hours, webcams, Facebook, Twitter was showing the consequences of that dramatic oil spill. And it changed not only the attitude of the minds of the people, but also of the industry. Because when I was in Alabama and Louisiana by myself in 2010, I was shocked by the fact that most of the materials which have been used for cleaning up oil and oil spill solutions are chemical toxic products which have been used in the market for 30 years. But nobody had ever asked about the environmental impact of these products because usually oil spills or oil pollutions are something which is not showing in public. But that has changed in 2010. So sustainability and high-performing products and solutions for the industry became a top priority issue. The second one is the easy oil is running out. So conventional oil resources have peaked, peak oil. So between 2005 and 2010, we have seen peak oil productions. So recovery of oil sands, heavy oil reserves, waste streams, and taking out oil or waste streams is becoming more and more important. So we have 3 market segments in our company. It's the cleaning solution part, so cleaning tanks, storage tankers, oil tankers, industrial machine and components. Environmental solutions, land remediation, so cleaning large areas of land with oil pollutions, treating sludge and slope. And energy solutions, reducing the waste streams when it comes to oil sand productions. Canada, which is the largest producer of oil sands right now, is producing about 1.6 million barrels per day oil out of oil sands. And the remaining soil, which has been extracted from the oil, still keeps like 10% oil content. So with our methodology, we'd like to bring it down to pollution rates which are way below waste classifications, so it can be reused in nature or for landfill purposes. So we talk about a 7.9 billion market. That's our management team. Without going into much detail, we have about 100 years of experience in the oil industry on our side. So you need to understand the devil to change hell into paradise. So that was very important for us. And a big support, of course, just to mention one person, is Dr. Mike Barlow, who is the former head of BP's patent and IP department, who retired 2 years ago. He's still advising the BP, the UK government, and he's a very helpful source when it comes to IP and patents. So rollout plan, phase 1, we already completed. That's the current users and customers of our products. Maersk was the first one, tried our products. We are working on trials with very large companies on oil sands, environmental solutions. And our goal is, of course, in 2 to 3 years to get long-term supply contracts for our products in waste stream management with the large oil companies. So big game, that's the different market areas we are in. In total, if we just reach 1% market share of the products involved in these areas, we talk about a revenue potential of 650 million euros. We hope we get there in 5 or 10 years latest. Here, a short overview of the products we are doing. Maersk Catlin was the first chemical tanker using our products. DEC, that's our technical partner for soil washing. And on the right-hand side, you can see an example of our product. So this very nice dark sand, that's the typical oil sand or oil polluted sand. It's the second largest strategic oil reserve in the world, by the way, so 180 billion barrels. So treating this oil sand results in a phase separation with our product. So you see the oil floating on the top, you have a clear water phase, and then you have the soil in the ground, and you see the picture which was Casper showing before. The oil sand treated before and after the treatment shows the difference. And on the left-hand side, you see samples of drilling muds, which happens in all kinds of drillings, and you see the phase separation with various concentrations of our products to recover the oil from this and leave the waste streams almost clean. So for our next expansion phase, we need some more money. So we're looking to raise between 5 and 10 million euros. In the second quarter of this year, we got new orders intake of 2.2 million euros. So we're looking for 12 to 20 million euros in revenue next year. There's a lot of trials going on in Canada at this moment, so a large contract there could definitely change our business plan in a very significant way. We're looking for raising 5 to 10 million Swiss francs or US dollars. That's the current share structure. So we did a first closing of 1.5 million in July this year. And these are the achievements. I think we passed all that. This is a test where we show our product being the strongest hydrocarbon remover of tanks. And here you see a copy of the agate laboratory results showing the remarkable impact of our products on the oil sand recovery. So, to come to an end, these are the kind of sites, typical oil mining sites, very apocalyptic, but there's many of these sites in the world right now, and I happily invite you to join us as a shareholder, turning these sites into these kind of landscapes in the future. Thank you for your attention.
Stephan, we have the student of Graham Richards, I think, no? So, John Newsom, our oil experts, going to question you on this one.
Thanks, Stephan. I had two questions. The first is kind of a technical one. From what we understand, your products have the real advantage that they're combinations of already fairly well-established surfactants, so you don't have a supply chain issue. But it then raises the question, to what degree does that combination need to be optimized for a particular application, and how does that impact your intellectual property position?
Yeah, that's of course one of our core areas right now where we are working on. So with Mike Barlow together, we are developing, or we developed already, a P strategy. But at the end of the day, it's about defining ranges of surfactants in combination, in some cases, with plant oils, which is the new kind of way which got patented already, and there's new patents pending since February this year. So that's really the big challenge we need to face, especially on modifications. If you look at certain oil fields, every oil is different. Every field has a different geologically. So that's why we have that kind of experts in our team right now to define that and make sure that on the IP side we're protected. But at the end of the day, the best protection of the IP is to get the product out fast in the market and really define new market standards. So that's why we're looking not only for money, but also for strategic capital, which can help us to get the product out in the market as soon as possible.
And then the related question, when you showed that remediation of sand that was oil contaminated, could you give us a sense of what the cost per barrel of oil extracted, the process and the materials would entail?
Yeah, it's right now the extraction process, if you take Canada as a benchmark, which is the largest market, as an example. So to extract a barrel of oil from sand, it takes about 40 to 45 Canadian dollar per barrel. So adding our product to the process, because it's been used as a super concentrate, so you just need 0.51% diluted with water, we talk about $1 to $1.50 Canadian on top of the $40-45, which are the production costs right now. So we talk less than 5% increase in cost.
And the benefit is what again?
Sorry?
And the benefit is how much more? Much more than that.
8 to 12% more.
Okay, so 1% more.
1.5% higher cost in comparison to 8 to 12% higher recovery rates. At the same time, of course, you're reducing the waste on the remaining soil, which is the biggest issue right now in Canada.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Stephan. Excellent.
Thank you very much.